Hello there and welcome to this Danish class. I'm so happy to see so many more eager students here. It is wonderful to see this class growing. So today we are going to have a very interesting lesson. We will be learning some subject pronouns, and then we will learn about family members and what they are called and how it is all spelled. So grab your clipboard and your pen and paper and let's get started. Yes. So the first thing we're going to learn is jeg, which means I. So we will write it down together. J-E-G, jeg, means I. And next we will learn du. Du means you. So let's write that down as well. D, you, du, means you. Yes. And I just forgot to show you. I hope you all got it down. Jeg, I. Du, you. And next, ladies first, hun. Hun means she. Yes. H, H, U, N. Hun means she. Yes. And we'll just take two at a time because then we will have more time in the end of the lesson for extra something special. So next, hen. Hen means he. Hen, he. H, A, N means he. Yes. Hun, she. Han, he. He. Yeah. And next, den. Den, which means the or the. Den. Den. Yes. D, E, N means the or the. Yes. Den, the or the. And next, D, D. Yes, we will write it down. D, E, T, which also means the or the. So, den, the or the, det, also the or the. And these are both gender neutral, and there are no strict rules for when to use either the or the. It is actually just something you will have to learn with learning the nouns. So, last lesson we went over when to say it or in. And the same thing goes for these two. Yes. So, for example, you will say huset or it hus. It hus. You will also say det hus. Det hus. Not den hus, men det hus. So, if you can put it in front of the noun, you can also put det in front of the noun, the one that ends with the et. Or you will say en stol or stolen. You will also say den stol. Den stol. So, if you can put in front of the word, you can also put den in front of the word. So it means the chair, den stol. Can you get me den stol? The chair. Jeg vil gerne have. I want that chair. Jeg vil gerne have den stol. Den stol. Right there. Yes. Eller jeg vil have det hus. Lige det hus. I want that house. That house right there. Yes. Next, we will write down vi, which is very similar to the English we. But in Denmark we just say vi, and it's spelled a little bit differently. Let's write it. Vi means we. And let's at the same time go over how to say us, which very similar to English means us. Only it's also spelled a little bit differently. So, O-S means us. So, we, us, alle sammen. Us all, Us all. Os alle means us all. And vi alle, we all, we we, us. Oh yeah. And when I want to refer to someone, a crowd like you, I will say I alle velkomne. Means you are all welcome. Yes, my audience, my crowd, my class, I velkomne. You are welcome here. I velkomne her. Yes. And very confusingly, it is just spelled the same as when I want to say I. Jeg, I. It's not confusing because this is English. Yeah. Okay. So it's different. Yeah. So I. Just means you. Yeah. So I alle, you all, I alle sammen er velkomne her. You all are welcome here. And when referring to someone else outside of us, a group outside of us, we will refer to them as de. And it's spelled D-E. And in English, that is they. Or them. Yeah. So de derovre, over there. They or them. They or them. Them over there. They did that thing. De derovre. De mennesker derovre. Those people over there. De gjorde det der. Yeah. So, let's move on to the next lesson. I'll grab a new piece of paper. And now we're going to move on to some helpful phrases that are very good to know if you are getting to know someone and are introducing yourself. So the first one is Jeg hedder. And in my case, it's Marie. I believe we already went over this one little sentence, but let's just go over it again because there's more coming that is related to this. And it is important to just repeat. That makes it easier to remember. So, jeg hedder Marie. And of course, make sure to write your own name instead of mine. Jeg hedder Marie. Jegheddeder and your name. And next, han min ven. He is my friend. Han min ven. Yes, we will write it down. HANERVEN. No. Han HANRER min VEN ven. Han min ven. He is my friend. Yeah. And hun taler dansk. Hun taler dansk. So, I'll write that down. Hun taler dansk. HUN, hun. TALER, taler. Dansk. DANSK, dansk. She speaks Danish. Yeah. And det en kat. Just randomly, I thought of that sentence. Don't you love cats? I do. Yeah. So let's write it down. So det en kat. Det en kat. That is a cat. That is a cat. Yeah, strange thing to say, but okay. Yeah. TEDEREN KAT cats. Yeah. Cat. Cat, you would say in Danish cat. Cat. In English you would say cat. Cat. there's a little bit of a difference, but not very much. Just the pronunciation is slightly different. But you know, if you say it in English, people will understand you in Denmark. So, yeah. Oh, let's go over vi. Vi går i skole. Vi går i skole means we go to school. We go to school. We'll write it. Vi går i skole. Yeah. Vi går i skole. Yeah, and E, this little letter here, just means in. In. So directly translated, this sentence would sound like, we go in school. We go in school. Which is not the correct way to say it in English, but it is the correct way to say it in Denmark. In Danish. Yeah. And next, de. We will go over how to use de in a sentence, which means they or them. So we will say, de bor i København. De bor i København. Which means they live in Copenhagen. Yeah, so again, we'll write it down. De bor i København. Ja. De bor i København. They live in Copenhagen. They live in Copenhagen. Yes. Which my family does. Some of my family, they do live in Copenhagen. Just thought of those family members. Yeah. Oh, and how funny. Now we are moving on to family members. So I will just take out a new piece of paper to keep things separated. Yes. And to begin, who is the most important family member? Yes, of course, it is mother. So let's write mother. It is mor. Mor. Just 3 simple letters. M-O-R. Mor means mother. And let's just take father also, which is fa. Fa. Also just 3 letters. F-A-R. Father. M-O-R, mor, means mother. And F-A-R, fa, means father, father. Yeah. Two most important people, except if you have children, of course, then they are number one. Yeah. And your mother and father, they are your forældre. Forældre, which means parents. Parents. Yes, quite a long word. And difficult, maybe for some. So, yes, forældre, parents, F-O-R-A-L-D-R-E, forældre. And you might have noticed that sometimes I use some letters that you maybe don't know. I did go over these Danish letters in a recent video, in two recent videos actually. And E is one of those letters that we only have in the Danish alphabet. We have E, Ø, and O. E, Ø, O, which are all vowels, which we use quite often in words. So, forældre. Make sure to write it down so you remember. And next, let's go over brother and sister, which is søster og bror. Søster, søster og bror. First, let's do the ladies first. Søster. We'll write søster. Yeah. And bror, brother. Yes. So, bror. Sister first. S-Ø-S-T-E-R, søster. And you can see it's almost the same as the English word, except we have switched the I out with this funny little letter here, an Ø. Ø. Yeah. And bror, 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 bror. Yeah, remember to practice saying this, because this is probably one of the words that foreigners find that is difficult to pronounce. This the way we say R. Bror, bror, bror. Yeah, it's bror, and it means brother, 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 brother. You do a little bit more of a tongue roll in English. Brother, brother, but in Danish we kind of use the back of our mouth. Bror, bror, bror. Yeah, a little bit difficult maybe. Yeah. And daughter is datter. 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 And datter, daughter, datter, daughter. And let's just take son too. It's more simple. Yes. So, datter, D-A-T-T-E-R, datter, means daughter, daughter. And søn, søn, S-Ö-N, means son, son. It's almost the same, only we've used this little funny letter here. Søn, søn. Yeah, son, son in English. So the letter Ö is probably one of those letters that foreigners find the most difficult to pronounce. So you really must sit at home the rest of the day and practice this letter Ö. You have to really do a bit of a face with your mouth. Ö, 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 Ö. Yeah, to get it right. It's, if you can master this letter, you can almost sound Danish when speaking. Both if you master the brr, 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 and the Ö, Ö. Yeah. Very, very difficult. But you can do it. I know it. You can. Okay, so we cannot go over all family members today, but let's just fill out the rest of the page here with the closest family members, and then we can go on and go over the extended family members in the next lesson. Okay. Yes. So the next one is bedstemor. Bedstemor. We actually also say farmor, farfar, or morfar, which actually means father's father, farfar, or mother's father, morfar. So we just put the two words together, mor and far, because it's mor's far, mother's father. So it's actually quite simple. But I know that in English you only have the words grandmother and grandfather. And we can say that in Danish too. We can say bedstemor og bedstefar, eller bedstefar og bedstemor, which directly translated actually means best mother, best father. So quite funny. And I guess that's because, yeah, those grandparents, they really spoil their grandchildren. So I guess that's how they got that name, bedste, which means best. So let's let's write it down. Oh, so long. Bedstefar, grandfather, and then bedstemor. Okay. So, bedstefar, grandfather. Bedstemor, grandmother. So make sure to write it down. Bedstefar, bedstefar, bedstefar. And bedstemor, bedstemor. The same, only mother at the end of the word. So, bedste, beste, mor, mor, bedstemor, grandmother. I guess that is it for now, because that's all of the immediate family members. So we will just go on with the extended family members the next time. And if you have any specific suggestions for what you would like to learn in the next lesson, make sure to write me, and I will make sure to include that in the next lesson. So thank you all for being such good and diligent students here today. I really enjoyed our time together, and I look forward to the next lesson. So I will see you soon. Have a good day. Bye bye.